So CAF have released how the second teams will be ranked in the Africa World Cup qualifiers. See, I'm going to talk about this team. Who does it affect the most, and who it will benefit the most? Now, if you're a South African, come close, come and listen, because this team will affect South Africans the most, especially in this their group. Now, the criteria for this second place team is very, very simple. What it basically means is 4 teams. We all know 4 teams will be selected for the second place teams. One team is already there already. Then we have now let me just talk about how South Africa, or how this affects South Africa. Now, if you look at the Nigerians group, South Africa is they are on 15 points. They are on 15 points. So if because their game against the last team placed in this group is Zimbabwe. The last team here is Zimbabwe. And what you have basically said is, we are going to deduct the point you got from playing the last place team in your group. This Zimbabwe, South Africa won them in the first leg and they drew in the second leg. That is, South Africa took 4 points from them. So this their group, if it finishes like this, they will deduct 4 points from South Africa's 15 points. That means they are left with 11 points with 1 game to go. Whereas Nigeria has 14 points, and Nigeria only managed 2 draws against Zimbabwe, home and away. They draw the 2 games. That is taking 2 points. So if they remove 2 points from their 14 points, Nigeria has 12 points. Which means if the group is to end like this, the way it is now, if it's to end like this, Nigeria will be going for the second place and South Africa will be going home. That is what it just means. Now, how does this affect South Africa? Now, South Africa has a game against Rwanda, a game in which they must win if they want to keep their World Cup hopes alive. They must win that game, and if they win that game, they're actually going to go, first in the table. They will be going with 18 points, which means they've automatically qualified. If what is it called? If they fail to win that game, if they get a draw, they'll actually be left with 12 points. They will have 12 points because 4 points have already been deducted from their 15 points, which keeps them with 11 points. If they draw that game against Rwanda, they actually will be left with 12 points, and 12 points is not enough for you to make it to the second place, because Nigeria is already on 12 points. And if Nigeria should get a win or even a draw against Benin Republic, then Nigeria is going to the World Cup playoffs. So we South Africans, or you South Africans watching this video, like I said before, you see this your game against Rwanda is something that, see, all your hope lies on this game. The pressure is now more on South Africa than it is on Nigeria, because as it stands right now, even if Nigeria goes to Benin Republic and fails to win a game in which they are playing at home, and we all know Nigeria is the favorite to win that game. Definitely, I'm not saying any game is easy, but as it stands now, they are the favorite to win that game. So if Nigeria gets the win against Benin Republic and South Africa fails to get the win, or even if South Africa manages to get a draw against Rwanda, South Africa is going home automatically. They are going home. So the table has actually turned. A few weeks ago, we were just celebrating South Africa is going to make it to the World Cup. They've already cemented their place and everything. All they needed was, a win against Zimbabwe to seal it. But the way it stands now is actually not with the way we are thinking it. So I just feel for South Africans. You as a South African, go to the comment section and drop your own opinion in this video. Tell me what you think. Do you think South Africa can still make it to the World Cup?